All right, cool. I guess we're ready to go. Hey, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day. Welcome to Kaizo no Yume. So yeah, RB, whenever you're ready to go, we can go ahead and start the countdown from 3 and can go from there.
Sure. Is Glitch here yet? Sorry, I can't hear him.
Oh, I'm here. I'm just letting you guys do your thing. I'll be here.
Okay,
I'll be here to make some funny comments and read some donations, but I'm letting I don't want to jump in too much on everybody's stuff. So
No, that's quite all right. I didn't hear you give the kickoff. I must have been spacing out. I see.
Oh well, here we go. We're getting ready for Kaizo no Yume with RBPimlico and Duke. And here $20 from Superman. Good
Big
luck,
hype.
RBP. May your flutters be consistent and your up throws intended.
Oh, thanks so much, Super Ben. Like they said, I'm RBPimlico. I'm going to be running through Kaizo no Yume. Duders is here, the creator of this wonderful hack. He's in the call, and he's going to be correcting me every time I get something wrong, and hopefully telling us a little bit about what he had in mind when he made this wonderful game. Besides that, I'll try to talk through the actual, the strats where they're fun and interesting. Besides that, we're going to try to keep it under estimate and try not to die, as much as possible.
Yeah, hopefully the springs don't jank you too much. We'll see how that goes.
We will see how that goes. Alrighty. I see a note to turn game audio up. I turned it up about 10 decibels up towards Unity. Is that better? More? It's okay. I can always adjust in the middle of the race. All right. Let's get moving. 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go.
All right. So first, don't die here. It's a good idea.
So this is the easiest title screen in the world. Definitely not things in the past. Simple jump will get you past this pretty easily. But of course, death before the game actually starts is always a fun time.
That's right. It's a nice reminder of what you're about to face in the rest of the game.
What are you going to be coming up against? So, all right, so we're going into Pipes of Peril. So this is the one of the first levels that I made for this, and really this is I got the screen scrolling pipes, and this is just me experimenting a lot with it and just seeing the different kinds of things that you can do with it.
For the most part, I don't think I'm going to deviate from what Duders had in mind for this level. It's just a matter of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, not dying so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much the strats right there are pretty much as fast as you can possibly go there.
Every once in a while, you might hear me count out loud. I can't really help it. I have to do that sometimes to keep myself on track.
So right there, he just skipped a Kaizo block. That will get you if you do not get far enough on the right side of the Goomba.
That is true. Yeah, it's kind of the counter meta Kaizo block. People like Panga train you to keep away from the shortest diagonals, but that Kaizo block there kind of punishes you for guessing your way through that.
Skip the fireball at the end, and that is first level down.
First level down.
Yo, right between these two, we've got $20 from, I hope I'm saying this right, May Meltac. I hope I'm saying that right. Go RBP, Kaizo no Yume. Thanks for the $20.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's awesome.
Thank you.
All right, again, this is just another level where I've got to be really careful to not make any silly mistakes. But besides that, it's pretty much as written. That was a very forgiving shell jump. Yoshi levels are always good. I'm going to have to be honest with you. I am not team kill Yoshi, but and hey, there's Yoshi surviving. There's Yoshi outliving me, just proving the point.
Mm-hmm. So this actually turned into a Yoshi level rather late in the creation process. I didn't have this many Yoshi tricks until I ended up coming up with a Yoshi shell jump, and then I decided to incorporate it a little bit more and make it more of a all-around Yoshi level. I didn't have a clear direction in terms of exactly where I wanted to go with this level when I was first making it.
Gotta go late right there. Yeah. My cue is to let that spiny be poking out a little bit. Otherwise, I have a tendency of shorting that spin jump onto the Koopas.
And that is level 2.
That is level 2. I've got my splits running next to me. I'm only 8 seconds behind right now of world record, so that's not too bad.
No, definitely not. That's very good.
So this level here, first of all, it's got some dogs in it. Second of all, I missed a shell. My apologies. But yeah, the cute little dogs here, just trying to lighten up the mood a little bit. Neat little trick here with this Torpedo's Head. bouncing him off the shell. Now, throughout this hack and that pencil that I dropped... Oh, also, I'll show you guys this. There's a nice little map 16 troll there. Get you on your first time through the game. That'll check you up into the munchers on the wall if you're just charging forward without thinking.
Well, of course, anybody that knows me and knows the types of levels I make, I have a tendency to throw in a troll at the end of pretty much everything.
Sure, likes to keep you on your toes.
I do.
Speaking of keeping me on my toes, there we go.
So the first half and the second half are actually pretty different in terms of difficulty. They were made at separate times of the hack making process. But
I can definitely feel that.
Yeah.
They're a tiny little speed strat at the end, just checking the back of the bully to give yourself a little speed boost.
Yeah, bullies give you slope speed, don't they?
Yes. They give you some speed faster than your normal speed. I think you and Duders probably know better than me the technicals.
Yeah.
All right, so there is a time save I'm only going to try once at the very beginning of this level because it doesn't save much time. And we didn't get it. Okay, so what Duders wants you to do there is let that shell fall into the basket and then jump on it. But you can get a little baby shell jump off of it if you move at just the right time. But it's very easy to just get stuck trying it over and over again, and I don't want to do that. Okay, we almost missed that Saul. Good job.
Yeah, that was an intended strat that still to this day, I actually myself don't even know how to perform.
Got to be careful on these stairs here. If you're on the top of the Saul, you will die to the munchers above you. And there is also a small time save at the end of this level that is... Oh, well, sorry about that there. There's a small time save at the very end that we are going to go for.
That is actually a very, very cool thing that I never even knew that you could do up until seeing RB actually run this.
We just need to get there. And we got it. So what Duders wants you to do there is instead of weaving through those 3 thwomps at the end, you're supposed to stop after the first one and jump straight up to let them all kind of go their separate ways. But yeah, I found out that there is a very tiny window where you can do a nice baby little jump and just weave right between them.
It is beautiful. And then that little messed up gold thwomp at the end, I always thought was a nice little touch.
Definitely a nice little touch. Okay, so I think I'm already dead there. This was one of my first real problem spots when I started running this game, just navigating those first 2 platforms because they just eat my jump over and over again because I couldn't convince myself to slow down. That's the trick there. Just slow down just enough to let the platform settle.
And even though the chucks seem excessive, that was actually a deliberate choice by me because I wanted to give this game, for the people who actually did speedrun it, sort of different speed strat techniques that they could actually use. So that was why I threw in those extra chucks there.
The fortunate thing about dying in this level is no singular death is that expensive. It's never good to die in a Kaizo run, of course, but you don't have to beat yourself up over making 1 or 2 small mistakes in this level. Which, by the way, I gotta sing the praises of this level. This is one of the most fun castles I think that I've played in a Kaizo hack. It's nice, tight, sweet little concentrated tricks.
I want some of those cool muncher banners for my house.
I'm there with you on that. I would definitely buy some muncher banners. All right, we got a little Harkness here, little friend. Oh, if you've never played this game before, close your eyes because this becomes trivially easy, and you want to experience this boss the hard way.
So this is definitely not my intention when I actually made this boss. It was just after times of practicing and making this, I realized that was just a very easy thing to do. So it's really funny to see. Well, it's funny and kind of sad to see people spend like a lot of time getting stuck on that, but in the end, it's actually very, very simple.
Yes, the first time I played this hack, that boss took me 30 minutes to an hour, I would say. being all, it was like I was playing Star Fox or something. I was weaving in and out of the little Harkness, trying my best to dodge the fireballs. And, you know, come to find out, since after Duders sent me the deets, that there was in fact a nice, simple strat to absolutely minimize that fight.
Cocky little freaks.
So that's a cool little strat right there to actually be able to skip that chuck, because the intended way is to actually hit on the left side, wait till he goes down, and then bounce on the right side to get over. But if you time it just right and can manipulate the chuck to be basically on his feet as he jumps over, then he can just completely one cycle that and save a pretty decent amount of time.
That is an intentional death. Dying there is marginally faster than waiting for a winged platform to come back.
So so that time around, I've seen plenty of runs that RB did there where actually the Koopa that is off screen activating that on-off switch will actually not activate that last switch because RB is moving so quickly.
Right, that's why I took a couple deaths there. I just wanted to slow down, just to make sure. We're just stress testing. That's all those deaths were. Don't you worry about that. We're manipulating RNG for a later level. Oh, block jump. Hey, I'm like 7 for 8 on block jumps over the last couple of days, which is really good for me. And I'm like 3 for 4 on getting nosed by that mole. I'm winning against the blocks. I'm losing handily against the moles right now.
Mole jumps are always a really difficult technique to pull off in any Kaizo hack. So it's a bit of a nasty ending to the level.
It is tough. I was working out I'm missing again. I was working out a little bit of that section with Darkanine the other day while I was practicing, and he was advising me to keep back on the first mole. Try to manipulate or delay the spawn of the second mole. Oh, all right. This is not easy, but we're gonna go for it. Second a try. Hey.
Just gonna try to get you either way, but most people just do exactly what RB did when they find out about that Kaizo block there. And shout outs to Darkanine as well for this. He was one of the testers for this hack and did a phenomenal job in making, helping me figure out what works, what doesn't, and everything like that. So lots of love to Darkanine for all of that.
All right, Mole, I need you to work with me. Thank you. Hey. See, that's all you got to do is ask sometimes. All you got to do is ask.
And it works. So actually at the very end right there, if you don't jump off the mole quickly enough, there's a Kaizo block that'll just knock you right back down into the lava.
All right, small time loss there. Maybe not going for world record today, but still doing okay. All right, this is a really fun level with a lot of things that can kill you when you're not paying attention. There's little pitfalls everywhere. I don't know how many of them are intended. In fact, I just dodged one at the beginning of the level. There is a little bit of the ground that will kind of eat your momentum if you step on it or if you jump right on the corner of it. All right, so I intentionally wait with that throw block. I want to grab it to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want to grab it late enough that it won't despawn. Sorry, I had to count there. I want to grab that throw block late enough that it won't despawn before I can use it to kill the Koopa troll that was falling from the sky.
And the falling fish is just a little bit of an ode to Invictus, but I threw in that Koopa right at the end just because people are like, oh, this is Invictus with the falling fish, and then a Koopa kills you.
Exactly. like we said before, Duders likes to keep you very on your toes. I think I'm still alive. We're gonna find out. Oh, I was close. I was close to being alive. I'm not sure I could have done that much faster. Once I made that first mistake.
Yeah, there was pretty much no saving the vine from that point. So
there we go. Small delays.
Yo, we've got a $20 donation from Bart Ball. Thanks for commentating. Says, thank you for hosting this amazing event. I'm having a blast. Also, shout-outs to Shelbird and jQuery for their amazing runs. Shout-outs to you as well, Bart Ball. You did fantastic. Love your commentary.
Yeah, shout-outs to everyone that has been on so far. Chubbed on commentary, Amethyst for the first run, the Rob Father racers and commentators. So far, we've been doing great. I mean, we're over 1,500 for the day so far, and we're like an hour in, right? It's amazing. How did we do that?
It feels roughly about that short, but yeah, great job to everybody. And
also, sorry, go ahead, Duders.
Oh no, I didn't have much more to say than that.
All right, so this is universally by most people, except for me, lamented level. I think everyone kind of hates fighting with this mechanic that you see me using right now. I personally have fun with it, but you know, hey, I think Duders has kind of brainwashed me a little bit. Keep in mind, Kaizo no Yume was like one of the single digits first hacks I played. Not sure which one, but it was in the first 10. So, you know, I might have I might just be a little brainwashed, a little along for the ride here on this one.
So you have the Yoshi flutter mechanic from Yoshi's Island going on in this.
That is exactly true, and to this day, it is completely nebulous to me when it works and when it doesn't. Sometimes it comes out, sometimes it doesn't come out. Sometimes I think I know why. Most of the times I don't. Nice little end troll here, by the way. Got to do one little post orb. Oh, sorry. Hold on one second. There you go.
Yo.
Brilliant. So the original version of this was actually a lot more difficult. I messed around with the ASM to make the flutter a little bit more forgivable. When I first made this level, it was much more hated than it is now.
Yeah, I
even
heard
the testers were just rage quitting and saying fix it.
I've heard I heard the horror stories from again I believe Dark and Nine letting me know that level I think originally he was saying was about twice as long as it is now.
Yeah.
Which I think as far as, you know, edits to brevity goes, I think that one was probably a good decision. I do love that level. I really do. I wonder how much I'd love it if it was twice as long.
The first version actually had a flutter to a shell jump, which was absolutely ridiculously hard to pull off.
No, I'm grateful I never saw that version. All right, so this here, if you're wondering, why is he going so slow? I have no choice. There is an auto walk mechanic that, if you don't know, by the way, I just used it to my advantage, but the auto walk mechanic has this weird little artifact where if you jump and you are holding jump when you touch the ground again, oh, I fell off the saw. That's not supposed to happen. Literally not supposed to happen. When you are auto walking, if you hit the ground again while holding jump, you automatically jump again. That's not intended. That's just a weird artifact, but it's been known to kill me many times. One hit. All right, this boo here, I don't know how I dodged that. This boo here is the #1 best shot in all of the Mushroom Kingdom. No one outshoots this guy. This is Sniper King over here. One. Sorry, I will have to count my shots out loud because I got to remember where I am.
And this is actually the first boss that I made for this hack, and this is a lot of thanks to Why Not for getting me the throw block shooter ASM and getting this to work. So this took this boss went through many different variations before I finally settled on this final version.
Okay, that wasn't so bad. That can go real bad for me. I've been stuck there for a long time. I'm ecstatic that was only 1 or 2 deaths.
That's another boss that for people's first playthroughs can be very difficult.
It's a tough one. I cannot stress enough. I know it sounds like I'm joking when I say that boo is the best shot in the Mushroom Kingdom. I'm not kidding. I can't believe it sometimes.
Oh no, he's a pure sniper. He doesn't miss.
All right, here is by far the hardest level for me. Partly because of my brain and partly because of my controller and its bad shoulder buttons, but we're gonna do our best here. So Mario is pulling blocks from well, somewhere that he has where he stores blocks, and we are throwing them at things.
Just for argument's sake, we'll just say he pulls them from his butt.
Oh, that was bad. Okay, that's okay. I got a bit lazy there at the end. My apologies.
So that can actually, that last trick can actually be a little bit difficult, especially if you're not used to the ASM still, which some people have gotten to that point and really are not used to it in terms of having to control the size of your jumps along with activating the throw block and getting it just at that precise point right before jumping onto the next ledge.
Yeah, if you could see my hands right now, I'm making very exaggerated movements across the D-pad to make sure that when I want to throw up, it's going to be up, and when I want to throw to the side, it's going to be to the side. So I'm giving myself a workout there, because I have more than once kind of trolled myself with missed up throw or a missed side throw.
So shout outs to Gorgoroth for this section of the level.
Oh, that's like the cleanest I've done the second half in a long time. Bye, dogs.
Brilliant.
I decided to be nice for purposes of the marathon and leave those nice little dogs to their own business. Yeah, they might turn into coins when I pass by, but we're just gonna pretend that they live happily ever after, right?
Just like in real life, dogs are coins.
Exactly. They go to a coin farm somewhere.
And we're not going to get into what those crystals are supposed to be.
So I just missed a skip at the very beginning of this level, but it's free to go for, and it's not really a time loss if you miss it. It's possible to get a boosted jump off of that first spring trick. I'm gonna let Duders talk about what's going on here with the springs because I don't understand it. But my impression is it's a vanilla interaction between a spring and a not really vanilla sprite. Is that correct?
So it's something like that. Basically, what those star blocks are a custom block that basically destroys the sprite. And one time when I was just working on a different level, I discovered it by accident where I was going to try to catch a spring before it got destroyed, and for some reason Mario kept disappearing and dying, and I honestly thought my ROM was broken at that point until I finally discovered what was going on. And so yeah, when I discovered that was an actual mechanic that I could use, I thought it was a good idea, and not many people agree with me on it. But so it actually is a vanilla interaction between it's something that has to do with when a spring gets destroyed or something along those lines. It changes Mario's Y position to be about a screen above. But it is a vanilla mechanic. There are, I think it's either Takumi or Tatsujin, actually has a mechanic that's similar to this, not directly like destroying the spring like that, but something similar that pretty much will give it the exact same effect. So that was a very, very clean.
I tricked Duders into talking for me because I got real focused there. I needed to pull all my brainwaves together, get through that one. You'll notice I paused a little bit at that last blarg jump because that one's always been tricky for me, but we got through it. All right, I love this level. By the way, this is one of my favorite levels in the hack. It's very straightforward. It's just, careful positioning, careful jump and speed management. There's definitely chocolate mechanics in here with the bouncing platforms and whatnot, but it's a very vanilla level. And it's a nice kind of like palate cleanser, if you will. After the springs and the blocks and all that stuff, this is just a nice, okay, buckle down and move fast.
This is so this is a level. This level probably took me the longest to finish, but this actually quickly came into being after I started playing Grand Prix World 2 and finished just the first level marathon, which gave me a lot of inspiration for this level.
Oh, okay, that's a very hard last jump that I'm really, really good at messing up right there. I'm really glad I didn't.
Well, to celebrate that awesome final jump, we've got $25 from Darkenine. Lots of love and support to RB for the run and Duders for making this awesome game. And shout outs to Janky Springs, Flutter, and Duders One Doggy.
Definitely shout outs to the doggy. Yeah, Darkenine, thank you so much.
Shout outs to Darkenine once again. Thank you so much for that.
Now that D switch can lead you somewhere cool in this level, but maybe another day. Maybe another day we'll show that off.
Yeah, so the D switch leads to a fun little Easter egg that, well, we'll leave that open to everybody who hasn't played, and they can just do the little Easter eggs.
All right, this is another level that I'm notoriously bad at staying consistent at, and it's these long, protracted sections, particularly in, I believe, the room coming up or the room after. It is sometimes very hard for me to keep at quite the right position on some of these hitboxes, but we're going to try our best.
We got some motor skills going on here as well, I can see.
Yes, indeed you do. All right, here's the... Oh, see, just like that. So sometimes I should be able to react fast enough, but sometimes I just don't. I get, slightly too good a bounce off of some enemies, or sometimes slightly not good enough of a bounce, and just can't quite correct in time.
Yeah, the sprites can be a little bit awkward in terms of how they spawn in this level. Just actually this particular round.
Yeah, this room itself is quite the doozy for me, and I don't know what is going on with that bullet. I'd really like it to cooperate with me.
Yeah, that's the other part is sometimes that bullet will spawn a little bit early, and you just kind of straight up miss it. So I apologize for that.
Things happen, you know.
They do.
Oh no, and he was low that time.
Oh.
Let me out.
Yo, chat is curious. What would you say the difficulty level of this hack is?
I would say it's because of the adaptability you need for some of the chocolate mechanics and stuff. I'd put it a little above Akagare, maybe. Duders, what's your impression of that?
So I mean, the difficulty that I was actually going for in making this hack was I was kind of aiming for Akogare difficulty. I wanted to make something a little bit harder than my previous hack, Super Slim World. But I still didn't want it to be so difficult that people would have to spend just countless hours grinding a single level. I wanted people to still, have a good chance of getting through every level pretty cleanly. But these last few levels, I can say I got a little bit carried away in terms of how it compares to the rest of the hack.
This, honestly, I think I do really like this level. The room we just got out of after that long, grueling struggle is my only gripe about this level. Just because it feels like that room just loves to steal good runs from you. The Koopas and those bullets in that protracted P-speed section, they cooperate just fine if you're already down. They don't tend to cooperate when you're on good pace, unfortunately.
There's just
all right. So this is a nice little fight here. My advice for anyone playing this and getting to this fight for the first time is get as close to the wall as you can. Okay, not that close since I just died, but get as close to the wall as you can before you try to make any of these throws, and try to wait until there's at least 2 things on screen.
And I also want to give shout-outs to Binovic for helping me work on that boss and helping me recode it to get it to work the way it does. And that is GG.
That is GG, and I want you all to know I am running my splits right next to me. Hold on, let me give you the official. It's sad news, but we missed world record, new world record by 5 seconds, unfortunately.
Wow, that's so close though.
Like
That's
I said,
amazing.
those Koopas, they love to steal good runs from you. They love to steal good runs from you.
Oh,
nice job. That's you know what? We take those. That's amazing.
Wow, that's an amazing run, RB. Congratulations, dude. Regardless.
Thank you all so much. Thank you everyone for watching. I had a lot of fun running that. Thank you to everyone who donated. I had a great time. I'm sorry I couldn't give you guys a live world record, but I'll grind it out on stream sometime later.
No, that was lovely. Everybody, don't forget you can follow these runners. Get a caster command for RBPimlico, so you can check him out when he's running for world record on his own channel as well. Thank you guys so much for running. If there's anything else you want to say or any shout outs, feel free to do that now. We've got some donations and we got more runs coming up.
So I think for the shout-outs, these credits will kind of speak for themselves because it pretty much has almost the entire Super Mario World community in it. But I just want to thank RBPimlico for running this game. It's been really, really fun watching him play this and coming up with these strats and just seeing him just knock this hack out of the park. And I really want to thank everybody that helped me test it and put it all together and make the hack what it is.
Yeah, and thank you. Shout out to Duders for making this. This is so much fun. I had a lot of fun running this. I'm really glad this was one of the hacks that kind of got me started in Kaizo. And I guess just to let you all know, I'm relatively new to this scene. I only started streaming a couple months ago. I started seriously playing Kaizo at just about the same exact time. So shout outs to Glitchcat, Barb, Pooh, pretty much every name that also shows up on these credits here for giving me lots of stuff to watch. And after months of telling myself I wasn't going to be able to play stuff that was this hard, finally working up the courage to go do it.
And once again, I have to thank everybody who has contributed to music, graphics, ASM, any of that on SMW Central, and giving me just countless options in terms of being able to customize this. So, once again, shout outs to all of those guys as well.
Well, great job, guys. That was excellent. Thank you so much for running